ma mensha ase kakra bi mfam free FIFA Club World Cup na memfa transfers ne so ntoaso. Ken, one club so far no so impress me power FIFA Club World Cup no. Akwa Juventus. So far, omo 2 games ni nyina no omo win ni nyina. Ana omo hye 9 goals concede 1. Enti say o check Juventus performance of FIFA Club World Cup na as it stands now. Omo fair badly at all. Mejetu mu say ye wo teams ni bi wo ho a opponents no meshi omo no omo mu edu, omo ahoden. Relatively Juventus de no beka say omo ahoden ni ense de ni suro kase pa. By the amani agi Juventus for a performance of FIFA Club World Cup ni nyina no. Kwan omo fa so perform ne ball na anka size say omo bon. Ade ba kwa ma notice wo Juventus 2 games o mabo ni nyina na ye say. Mostly ya na omo ma branch friend say Turam mum drop deep. No na ba be yes oba be the first receiver of the ball. So omo Turam drop deep between Cancelo and Yildiz. Emu ba akoso so ebeba no so appear inside na etimi create passes no de be generate dia kwa manim no. So far, omo build up ni omo structure na omo ball on the field of play. Ewo FIFA Club World Cup no. Ama yin say Inter Milan bobo Juventus bobo ko no. Kwan omo fa so create chances. Kwan omo fa so control games. Kwan omo fa so win omo matches ne won because of the style of player omo bo so far. And akra na your friend say Yildiz no. Also so far ungu ni ho ani ma asekra. It seems say as a FIFA Club World Cup we no. Taking kra mienu omo ogidi omo pa no mo perform. Yildiz ana ada gule. And idea ba kwa mono to see about this guy here say possessing good and excellent technique. And idea ba kwa are unique about this boy say oh shooting from distance. We go no say you know. Until so far, was 6 points. Man City 6 points. Last game no, and a bet say between Juventus and Manchester City. Why the bet opposite our group no? And Juventus 2 games in the can no more ball mo day. Madrid also say 3-1 against the opponent. Now win Madrid for nya you know. One, na me expect a win for Real Madrid, which omo winning a very good say. Team kese to say Real Madrid nanka wabo 2 games to for win and kebe ha again. So Real Madrid they winning game no a very important for Real Madrid team no. But Ken, the 2 games are Real Madrid that bono. Raul Asensio pressure wa kran so. The first game a Madrid boy you know, okoye foul ma penalty by. Aye buti a Real Madrid. Enko for criticize no. Nanu is so okoye wakwa foul yaman red card. Emma Real Madrid ebo numerical disadvantage and card ne bantem pair ye. I had dream. King. Before the red card, there was a problem. Sanka can't to the Bemamia. Ken on him say the me Alonso born on ye say or person bo high line. And every successful high line piano. And what's that of forwards no? Put in pressure. So before say Asensio, na okwa foul ni opponent. I mean the record no. Player na no crab ball no. Nanka what's a Vinicius Junior mum eman the pressure. Press no. Say opponent need to mean sending in the long ball. So the first problem me notice you Real Madrid proud to hear Asensio record no. Say obien wa na all press the ball carrier. The Omar sa long ball no. And say Real Madrid for high line be very successful. Send him ho for na press here. The opponent be beat high line. So adia ba ko was Real Madrid for no say omo high line be successful bia na how be press wenim ho. Vinicius entimi anya sa de no. So am the ball carrier timi nya every opportunity nya comfortable say obetima sending the long balls. At the time obe send this long ball no. Dinhausen anticipating say long ball ne beba. So Real Madrid for high line no players are no more forming the last line no. Branch friend said Dinhausen. Asensio, Anna Trent, na the last line, the high line. By the time I did house and say long ball neighbor no, on only by the chi, so high line no boy and they are set offside no. Not offside na say. By problem Asensio nya any say Asensio, a man the maka ABT no, running them ahead of him. Oh yeah, slow. And at the time man maka no ABT na or running ahead of him no. Na he so about so because at that time Obeka so the last man. Ofa wo ni bia na a straight record. And adia me hu say e wiki na Asensio pa no. Ken ye free bi say tactical awareness. Tactical awareness ni say game na ekoso no. Player ni betima take effective decision. Asensio at the time I Real Madrid the chiro players ni play prior Militao, David Alaba, na Rodrygo mu prepra no this small boy na be say Real Madrid chiro na perform mimi nkogina ba bia anka say Asensio nya ade na mum physically owo aggression owo onimbo ne bo ba de aka no ne tactical awareness decisions in kitinkiti bia obetima take during the process of the game no any ade ba ko ha Asensio oya akra oni experience minim say o nyoma bebre obesua de be wo so otimi tutu ne nyoma yi so far me super impressed with Dinhausen. Ken 2 games no boy ni impressive Real Madrid for no was settling very well. Ne positional play understanding excellent. Ne ball carrying ability very good. Otimi breaking lines no eboa Real Madrid so far Dinhausen settle in other gule gradually say pekene confidence no ade aba kwa me hu ya manage ye no otimi drop deep na obeye situational right back ni say on ball right back no by the other right back in the position na wa ba be show any kind of situational right back so far other gules so no 2 games no nyoma ekoye de ma Real Madrid boboku na me expect say sa guys we nyina be pick your confidence ha ne ha me say Rodrygo na nke nim say anko setting very well by so far say nyoma nkoye mfa ma no transfers ne kakra ma me sha asem free Arsenal Andre Better Arsenal penny na said the only 2 dwa no one Rodrygo representatives unique football oma sha ase edi nkomo omo gusu di nkomo na latest e wom ni ye say Andre Better catch Rodrygo representatives say Rodrygo ne be she Arsenal jesia omo highest paid players no omo de Rodrygo ko ka ho on say enche bia Arsenal be renew Bukayo Saka a contract di amano Aombe move Bukayo Saka from £195,000 a week to £300,000 a week. Yes, say Arsenal for a catch unique football for Omo na representing Rodrygo Real Madrid for player no say. Sa top NS no. Omo Real Madrid for no Arsenal for no mo de Rodrygo beka ho. Currently, Rodrygo edge €240,000 a week. Ewo Real Madrid. O de ba pounds are £206,000 a week. Omo person de Rodrygo ko be 300 honi bi no entoma promise boy ne say so ba Real Madrid top NS no almost £300,000 a week betimi di aba boy no Real Madrid first stance clear omo say omo nton Rodrygo na mo Rodrygo na be catch omo say Real Madrid for enton dia Madrid for expect 70 to 100 million pounds from Arsenal so Arsenal latest offer say on person Rodrygo ever close to £300,000 a week Arsenal bobo kunim say boy ni really na Oba be ye top NSDB Arsenal boboku no. Hilal Saudi. Na ken latest offer for Victor Osimhen ye. Omo say Victor Osimhen do no omo nko off. Omani abre. Omo say the latest offer akoma no. Na latest offer no Hilal for the akoma Victor Osimhen no. 4 years. 4 years no. 3 years plus 1. Be ye option. Be ye club option. Na sa 4 years no. The salary €160 million is Canada for Victor Osimhen. So he'll have full latest offer for Victor Osimhen. 4 years near €160 million. Every year biano €40 million. And some bonus subscriber omo train say Victor Osimhen be accepte and answer omo accepte. What the two just say? Darwin Nunez ama Napoli for the green light. Which no cre. Na reason Darwin Nunez Napoli for green light ni say after the final conversation with Antonio Conte presenting the project and the person next season will league ni on person retain this league no na UEFA Champions League omo target here say enye hwe kra was a quarter final semi final no mutimi duru enti ode omo project any bibia kire Darwin Nunez ana oni di nkomo ana o se so bampo kra na ken Lukaku ni Darwin Nunez wo anim ho gidi pa enti Antonio Conte say opeso obo Darwin Nunez ni Lukaku anim ho enti sa 2 players ni wona Napoli alim ho na De Bruyne twa passes ni de komo mo ana brantie ni agya tum na problem e wo hu nie Napoli for try say Darwin Nunez and continue salary ni so onsa na Lukaku jiska kese pa ansa na ojo ni Napoli na Lukaku ti ni sika no so ema obeje €7.7 million a year currently ono na ye highest paid player on Napoli boboko nim enu pokro te so 7.7 no Darwin Nunez salary will Liverpool the ba euros 8.5 no Napoli 4% ote so waka yes e dey a Napoli by Napoli in that win yes kasa say ne salary no onte so kakra Atletico Madrid force so adjoining the race for Emiliano Martinez goalkeeper no Atletico Madrid force omu njaima goalkeeper na Manchester amfa so omu so be hia goalkeeper omu nim say Oblak mo ne guys ni bi wo de by say Emiliano Martinez latest on the list of Atletico Madrid na Zinchenko de na de tu dwa no problem akena nso so aba ne yese AC Milan 4% Zinchenko ti ne salary ni so onim say AC Milan nyina no omo highest paid player 6.4 million euros a year Rafael Leao na Zinchenko no ono ne je 7.8 million pounds a year wo Arsenal awo de ba euros na keka ko be 9.1 million euros eno na AC Milan for any boy ni agent kasa say ankonte ne salary ni so because 9.1 million euros no muntimi mpia eskana Arsenal pe no almost 220 million euros no AC Milan for so betubetua by the salary no ana akwakoye problem a say AC Milan ne Zinchenko kasa na Vlahovic de na de tudwa say waka yesa de ache AC Milan no onim say Chelsea for so ni de tawo Chelsea for say omo monitor the situation of Vlahovic omo ne boy ne nkasa ye omo ne Juventus nkasa ye bo omo teta hwe say Vlahovic ni move to AC Milan ankoya na Chelsea hwe omo striking problem na last hour on betima boy room so omo pa brand friend say Vlahovic
okay.
Na ken Malo Gusto ne Bayern de no me tete say Chelsea for say Bayern for the 50 bi bon committee as you on say Chelsea turn 30 million euros na Chelsea decided say Bayern to me the 50 million euros ne ba for brand friend say Malo Gusto on be gina nkomenya mfa so 20 million euros
na Bayern be 50
I see omo hwe Bayern
Gusto 50
yes say Chelsea for ni pay 50 na what is a Cancelo a return ya Barcelona be won wa
ya Cancelo
yes
babede
die eba ne kire say Christiansen free Barcelona
omo dinu ba be shim
omo list ne so he left for ni pay 15 million from Cancelo and to say Christiansen free Barcelona or list ne so
ya Cancelo
yes and na wiem hu ya me yem se me kakra our list ne so for Barcelona
and so timi boba bia
yeah otimi boba bia o say before say oko Saudi ni pokra no na enim say Barcelona pa na ope enti obetima return possibility no wo ho ye hwe na me de ma no ba besi no Tio Hernandez de no na yesi Tio Hernandez ade konti na Saudi no twetwe ne ho na nyes kasem na osuro World Cup say oko Saudi a anhwe ya World Cup ne emfre no so oni Simone Inzaghi di nkomo no say Saudi home pokra no players no mu free Euro buy no mu come national team mu timi bo enti wo ban pokra na wo perform a obetima ko national team akobo ana mo sa ne Real Madrid boy no mu timi boy na boy ne say why convince ana AC Milan de o ma jo musika 30 million euros 5 million add-ons omo twen the final a waka chom say ne de o convince obe join na Sesko ana Gyökeres ye no ken simple the reason why Arsenal choose Gyökeres ahead of Sesko ni na say na Arsenal kwa kotua 70 million pounds in the akoma Leipzig no ma you ready so betua scan for Benjamin Sesko no na Sesko any ni agent fee o demand no wosoro or more than 10% and Sesko so salary na obusa no or so pese Arsenal for ne kosoro for ni bi kai habet mo enti Arsenal for say omu demands no muntimi
oya de chenka that enti emfa ko
Arsenal for say o Leipzig na wo no de 5.6 million euros
de komo man say
say o person komo ko sa 200 mark no and Arsenal for so share in a range of bare 150,000 pounds a week but also pay 200 ni 250
so mo yi Partey free rate bill no so enti mo yi ni free so
say Partey
200
omu free on say no so Zubimendi mba shim
oh okay
enti say here o choose Gyökeres na ahead of Sesko because of demands no.
Okay and you Gyökeres over Sesko here
yeah
right Adolson
mame informa no to Thomas Partey komo no mu kakra I think say e was say ye nyina yet say football enye emotional game the way you think as a supporter is totally different from the way managers and club owners think. Supporters are bent on looking at a result. We a manager, we a club owner, you look at today and the future. Emotionally, Mini Obia against Arsenal are not being fair to Thomas Partey.
Yes.
But rationally, Arsenal are taking the right decision.
Samo.
Let me explain to you. You see, the arguments about Arsenal and fair, no, sometimes, first of all, look, until Gabriel Jesus ever Arsenal, not Thomas Partey, Arsenal highest paid player. When they bought him for 50 million euros, they took him from 85,000 pounds to 200,000 pounds. Okay. Say me no say. Obia wenyi ewa Arsenal team numu buy Thomas Partey.
What age you saying?
32.
32.
Exactly. Trossard was 30, David Raya was 29, Mourinho was 29. Last year, they know when you a goalkeeper nam ko fan free bomb of by Neto. We only free one na Jorginho. Say Neto ko Jorginho ko Thomas Partey and a senior man with team inimu. Arsenal want to build a young squad. Young country yen say age na wedi no. E niema mienu. So person to bo at the highest level just what's in the salary so
yes, next.
Let's not make Arsenal a bad club.
That old team is Ikaswa. Now oti be half more adding.
Ken
say in front of some major 220 250. Utamia what do you 100.
Asamo no die.
Sane
Ken Kevin De Bruyne we did 33 when Czech Robert 34. She said or 33 to more 32. Also De Bruyne say na see na asako krabi. Well, let's be fair. It's not as if say young Arsenal for any mercy. When he's the oldest player in the squad. It is a Thomas Partey so Jessica no original. And yeah, baby fufro ho.
Obi a cup ball now Obama last season. One of Arsenal's best players. Best player last season. Ba na obo last season. Bebre hu ni say ene na manko fo hu ni say
Arsenal en ka so mo pamu no
omanye. But say oh yes search say open.
No, Ken.
See,
these are emotional arguments. Me emre me yebi Kevin De Bruyne okọ na me susa agu me yem say boa Kevin De Bruyne airborne no. It was better than some of the play, but the reality was that Charlie akwani se kana orge no. Omo ntimi sustain no. Any emotional arguments na no kasa sa no tie eye ni ma mienu. Obi a wedi 32 years ekobia no. Clubs do na no. Either you open bo at the highest level what's your waketia so person wunye sika ye o baby a ye koji sika say Thomas Partey a free agent na kin oko signing the ama club for obeji signing on feel. Let's not forget sabi Jonathan David now one lil as so ye free agent on them club by club oji obi a proposal unim score so a signing on fee 50 million euros 50 million euros. Iti and they say Thomas Partey a free. Now say on them club by club or be the proposal baby a Tommy Beji signing on fee. 10 million, 50 million euros. Then they Thomas Partey must have your pension. Say ne Tommy 50 million euros but on account ma unim the waiting after football. Unim the Tommy betting after football.
Still I want to say the Arsenal crane you know bet my yabo.
Obi any problem. So if you want to stay at the highest level, we should know say obeti waketu so any dey normal. Into options near mienu. Potential so mubako. Say sika na opa obeti nyenye sika. Say you born person born at the highest level la. Waketu no twi mutan obi abeti so de amano.
We then try on the Arsenal. Ateta meeting no dey be see.
Deco much respect. Ken, me monitor the Ekosu of Barcelona and their recruitment they are doing. Deco and make it 2 impromptu signings. Barcelona did not budget for it. Barcelona did not plan for it. Barcelona in their books. Na omunto goalkeeper. Na enka omu books. Barcelona, they were meant to go by the goalkeepers na ewo hono. No more plan for goalkeeper next season. Now, last year, baby, they had Georgie Mamandashvili and it's Juan Garcia. No more stadium. Say, for why? And Mamandashvili signing him for Edema, Liverpool, or Aka Juan Garcia and Barcelona for Sakwe. We are eyeing him for next season. Any Barcelona for budget him. Only for Andy Barra agents, or Manchester. any City for Kasai or London any Arsenal for Kasai. So Arsenal City na Barcelona akato no bro. No goalkeeper my eye was Spain one or so they needed to make a quick decision. It was not in their plans. Their plan was for next season. In the budget, you know, Oman budgeted for goalkeeper, but they needed to pay 25 million cash down. Now, Barcelona power plan was that I was say Omope backup for Lamine Yamal and Rafinha. Now, what check Barcelona for any one? The natural wingers Sankasa Ohono. We Lamine any Rafinha if you want to. Ferran Torres, they don't see him as a natural winger. Daniomo, Obofiwa onye natural winger. Natural wingers ni yeminu. Inti plan ne se was say ye players bi ba. Yen sign back ni yen promote back from our junior team. Akwada no mo ni mujidie. Na ye Noah Davic. Half season no mu se emfa. Akwada no junior team na omko fa ni free Germany buy no. And yenya Danny Rodriguez wa o she Barcelona nkwada no. One of the finest players Danny Rodriguez. Inti ye season no coach no started say all man a chance. Danny Rodriguez no obo left to sell Lamine Yamal. And against Valladolid ni nsemu ko bu ye. Wa o share sa game with Danny Rodriguez ni. Inti Rodriguez no nim so be sanso aba back. Yes pre-season on team start. Na say plan no asanso asai. Inti was say Barcelona quickly. But we don't have budget for it. Okay, then comes in Aquarana Barcelona for Afano. Ronnie Baji. Me pamucho say football to the beer. Ronnie Baji or Jidin Cratch and Lamine Yamal 2023 Champions League. Aquarano. Copenhagen versus Manchester. Copenhagen gave some ball group stages, you know. Also ball left to sell Lamine Yamal. This boy. No ni ball brutal. Almost man you teams City, Arsenal, Manchester, teams and Kessia for the so open and Ukonya ACL. The way Inti say Ronnie Bajini Diba for moi. It was not because no nimbo. Very good player, but ACL and it slowed it down. Nyame aduma December the contract he been away. They proposed to Barcelona. Akurane just 2.5 million. Now 2.5 years sika. Inti Danny Rodriguez position was solves our position with just 2.5 million. Now the bigger position here, right, which is Nico Williams. And a Barcelona for a try finding solution. So already they could make it 2 signings here. Then in the book. And as I say, he's working on the Nico Williams deal. The Joao Cancelo deal, Christian said he needs to leave. Coach say game he would want to play Jusconde as a centre back. Then Van der Sar, first choice. But a buona Monaco for airborne. That is why Cancelo diya between by 15, the about 15. So Deco will find solution there. Now the Nico Williams conversation again. Quite obvious to say. Sometimes diplomacy, Barcelona want to be gentleman. But sometimes we are radical kakra here. The Bilbao for Chireno. Ken, Bilbao show clearly says se boy ne castle be board them buying na. He only buying when be negotiations at the bonus so they am buying. Chains of beton they am basa. Bilbao stance no my and clearly they don't want to sell to Barcelona. But buying when problem in United, this boy wants to go to Barca. Say yes sir. Ka turn am da because I say buy and bar. Negotiations say be Barcelona to escanako. You see, you look at the stance of Atletico Bilbao. It was Barcelona ya radical kakra. I don't know must start say no. When did you see say Barcelona manager, board of director, sporting director, be ye interview Akobo club for player ding we interview. What was me that? For the very first time, I'm not deku. It's not sampa. Boy ni nakasa. Boy ni show willingness so bebo. We are working on it. I was seeing it. Hey!
Jomene kacha no so nkwase sane nema enra.
Oh, Barcelona de Katashi FM. Eto de bia eye. Hwe kitwe bi. Rodrygo Goes. Ken, ade a metia na me yane se play bi enya de na ne bɔ ne money eba from one. Ne de kwase football club. Rodrygo Goes, let's be fair. Season way, we lose form. Enye so bi penance mo Madrid do. Brazil national team. Ontimi mo dancing. I can give you several examples against Paraguay, Chile, Peru, Anano Colombia, and Anano Argentina boy crowd. Well, also, even at the national team, born on to me more. It is not as if someone or being penasam now. Ada Gule et nasi, not yechiri. When this guy was playing, it is a ne form wa form wa. If you want to be fair to this guy, tell him to back up. No sounds in position. Because Yaman only said the last 21 games, why should go back up? Form no form. It's instead of we telling this guy the truth. Oh, and Madrid form penasam and the club for Madrid so nimbo. It is as if Madrid are not giving this boy a chance. They are giving him several chances. Form and they form.
Oh, Kaidebi, Kaidebi de Nimunya pa.
Hey, and then Keho Selun called that Super Madrid number 9. No, big club body. You're fine emotions in Koho.
Okay.
Form and they form. Tell truth this to this guy.
I know what we're going to know. Kaidebi, but the idea. Biggie.
Ken.
Not the phone kind of. Why? Sana Botti.
Ken, Mama Shasha from the Club World Cup. Raul Asensio. Ken, Abraham has to be talked to. Seriously speaking.
Why they?
Red card no could be a number.
Now be question Madrid no quota and why they?
Ken
Kuja
red card.
Mom question.
Number so niso.
Neso Jamom.
I know bit me German.
Okay.
It was in the 7th minute. In the 7th minute, game named Drew Babia. Game named Drew Babiano. With his absence, Real Madrid winning game by 3-1. Meboa 3-1. Into the clearly. Now, yes, side they beat me threatening to Real Madrid, saying, "Come shares our first goal in poor." At that stage of the game, and you were in Kwa in the first game at Real Madrid boy, or could make a needless penalty in the 18-yard area, and they are avoidable. And away to Swasa Baba Betoso. Coach na kasa Zabi Alonso says our red card na Brandt and Kokoye no na ni sen koye sa attack no but omone ne be kasa the entia make kasa say sa kwada na ye careful ne say coach take over a new job ken obi a offer adwuma fufuro obi a pass mdwedi aye adwuma eti wo obetwintwa na kwam obama adwuma na ye den dia ma no wo obetwintwa na kwam o mani ntimi nya adwuma no say de opeso oye ne be wiase no just wo you sin che no no ne to na adwuma so Sabi Alonso was expected so be a good start for Real Madrid now boadi asumdua breno and Club World Cup na man is our platform no e dey that good start it is over a problem the amana obedu away with you e be wiase no there are going to be other players obe more opportunity am more already born out in house and able for Real Madrid boko no should Rodrygo be 100% fit now you two central defenders on best started the Real Madrid you be overlooking player friend say Raul Asensio and two side the mistakes we can one and now the be born ball no e Real Madrid boko nim enti was so money akoda na kasa no so san niam be brave about the play no he's a good player no doubt about it but you can't continue like this time bia with team ni be hia wo bia no wo unni wo mfa team no na mistakes na baba be ha team ni dia enya de be boa Ryan Shaki also had another good game Ken. The start in the first game for Manchester City encore as expected. Until there was a lot of backlash and an backward so say ye players among my baba be Manchester City abe Felito Kro Kevin De Bruyne ja to onum now you decide say ye be sika baba be fawa this is not the kind of performance I may expect here through her. But after that first game he had another opportunity in the second game who you go no share the tonchen the performance wasn't bad kin game no be no Wambambe Bobebre, he spent around 17 minutes in the game, or completing 90% of the passes. Out of 18 passes, no boy, you know, he completed 90% of those passes. Or when they 4 dwells, on the body, and now 2 ball recoveries, he completed 2 dribbles, and was also topping it up with a goal, 27 touches, and it was good for a player. I beboa, I'm an settle, no settle very well. Our Manchester City Bobo called him. He only has to continue like this with the performance of the Maya. I will game him. Okay, now Barcelona. So ko sra obi na ebre so se ukọ na bia nipa na hwe wani mu a wa unko na nipa na ye kind enough no approach you catch you say oh obesra me na me ka se bra but se fia ba bia duru ne de mesre wo e bia nka fa wo ne ma ne ko because e bi kura mpo a na aduane sem ho ya din wo fie e bi kura na sika sem nhyɛ da nko yie enti mesre wo fa wo ne ma ne ko a ken respectfully nipa ne de ani dia ma wo ete se wo se sa wo ne ma na wo ko Asama make a player friend is Andres Christensen. Barcelona needed a centre back. And Omokofa Christiansen and didn't free Chelsea. And then the buyer. A very good central defender. But Abrante and the Barcelona and the stats and they okay. But along the line, and Yamaba Beye BBA or Honum. For whatever reasons, there have been other players on Mababa be doing him, say on the pecking order or form. And there's a Barca static gamer. 2 central defenders are Barcelona Belusi, Pau Kubasi, and Inigo Martinez. Season 9 Boyeno. Players me no actually Mobobre or Barcelona Bobo Kunim to the extent say Coach Nababa Benya Gidio Womumu. One player was surprised you with the performance over the years has been called Pau Kubasi. Or any age and any performance. Oba expectation Koya Kwada on to be mobile now Obono. But a lot of the times it's been a savior at the back for Barcelona. Barcelona highline omobo na say tekemua most of the time is that player or what pace inti obe make sure say sa clearance no betimi akwakoye a young player and the anticipation is so high obe drama wo na okita ball no almost of the time so obe hu be bia the ball ne befa no watimi aye that block and say interception e dey ama Barca bobo ko no akoda na penny deuce and was cementing position e wo Barcelona Inigo Martinez nso so ba be that senior figure. That experienced leader Barcelona be here. Inigo Martinez yes Jumano and so the Barcelona Bobo. Etienne Barca starting game no 2 central defenders are. These are the 2 Barcelona be falling on. Oh you money free one more. Eric Garcia clearly coach na chese open. He is a player, he gives you options. There have been times at Barcelona able game. Now Barca be here so be best slotted in the right back position. Ubenya Eric Garcia or Honum as a central defender no aboa. At the left back position, obetimi akwa gina hona waboa. It was also so cemented in Barcelona bobo ko say onya start ampoa because of options no the ma we ken coach ne pa Abrante no. It oyi 2 central defenders we free one we are. Jordan baba be she honum is Eric Garcia and then Araujo and so you available. It's the player your friend say Andres Christiansen. Ken on the pecking order of Barcelona central defenders or the be fit. And clearly, so what's in Barcelona unya game ni bi more. At the age of 29, minimum their pressure over fighting over Barcelona. If they've been charitable enough, no man me too, no man what didn't come. Say situation over near you, person over free bobo code him. Now free space for other players, no man so about baby remoa. I was a branch energy tomb, no make sure over free basa bobo code him. Or bash your dog ran a dash and Gambas also no beam. What's one of no? Say coach in here, that is different. And I'll be all fighting for position. But coach, you know, how many see oh, so what kind of position are you going to fight for? And I was a player to move him. Man and Yakwa player. No one decided just because Bosomi saw a bit to an county or better than Barcelona Bobo call him and fan fast warmer. Can get to be on Rodrygo. I feel say Senani a to my friend is a Roma Madrid more. He has to make a move to Arsenal. Arsenal I already said the Aqualani should be on the Bemano. They are going to make one of the highest earners, number 1. Number 2. There have been a lot of times that Rodrygo are complaining or Roma Madrid Bobo call him. Say the right position, I had the left wing Onyamo because of Vinicius Junior. Can Arsenal Bobo Kono, Asha Branti and Bossa Oba, sa position normally be mano. Arsenal best winger Aya Saka. He plays on the right wing. The other flank is Martinelli. But Martinelli performance has always been up and down. On your bad player. But that consistent grade A performance, we have free Martinelli. And between Martinelli, any player friend say Rodrygo goes. So Rodrygo goes that's the player into the Arsenal team. That left wing position no. Obetimi arrive Abrante no wa the feeling say no na starter. It's these things that Arsenal are promising Abrante no. If you feel say na ninye e wo Madrid bobo ko ni mu a. Mpani 46 corridors so ayantena fa akonya nim guase. Abrante ne nko Arsenal no. Na the preferred position. Ade bi ono ne feel so oba obeye the best. And after you bring the best from Rodrygo, I had the left wing, Uncle Fano Monfamo Arsenal. They are building a project that possibly Omunya top-notch quality players to say Rodrygo Kahwa. I bet Boas and Abobo Konekin.
Well, any biggie.